Welcome to Freelance from the field. We're out here pre-scouting a couple weekends before teal season, and we thought we'd talk a little bit more about the H12 Ascend Kayak because we had some really good questions come in and we wanted to address that. But first, we are Freelance Duck Hunting. We started filming 2 years ago, and we are just your average hunters that get out there and hunt as much as we can, mostly on the weekends, and bust our butts to try to shoot some ducks. So if you're interested in following us on our journey through the migration and seeing what we do, please go ahead and subscribe. So the Ascend Kayak, you guys know we switched over to that, and I've already done one video on the Ascend I've already done one video on the Ascend Kayak, and I'll put a link to that so you can see it. But we want to go a little bit more in depth with the Ascend today, show a little bit more of the features, and we also want to show you the redhead attachment blind, exactly how it works. We're going to test it out. Fumbles has never ever been in the Ascend, so we're going to slip him in there, and fingers crossed he might just fall in.
This is, normally we're hunting in shin deep water with these things. This water is over our head.
What do you think the odds are that you're going to fall in?
Oh, I've probably got a 60-40 chance of not falling in, but I've fallen in other boats.
There's no gear in the boat, so no harm, no foul. If he falls in, it's only going to be funny. Nothing's going to be lost.
Yeah.
Maybe your pride a little bit. So let's go ahead and show the boat, and then if you guys have any questions about this at all, put them down in the comment section, and I'll make sure that if I address them on the comments or even through another video. So we're going to show it to you guys both ways. We're going to show with the redhead blind all folded up so you can really see the kayak, and then we're going to show you with the blind unfolded. Remember, we have not brushed these yet, so when you see us hunting in them, they'll be all brushed out. So we haven't done that yet, so hold off on your comments on we need to brush them because we will. So this is the H12 Ascend Kayak, and you can see here we've got the redhead blind attachment. The Ascend is $700, the blind attachment is about $200. And then we added a hood for the dogs. We handmade that, and we're going to be explaining that in detail in another video, and you can find that video in the playlist if you want to see that later, because we're going to describe exactly how we made that. But let's just go through some of the details of the Ascend Kayak. You've got a big section up front to haul gear. You've got a big section in the back to haul gear, and we're going to take that off. And then you've got a main cockpit here. Now the main cockpit comes with a chair, which we have taken out to put in this redhead blind. So this is about an 80-pound boat, and we're pretty happy with it. So now this blind is made specifically for this boat, right?
Yes, it is. And right now the blind is totally rolled up so that there's very little of it touching the water.
Now we're going to show you guys what this looks like with the blind out, which you've already seen before, but we just want to show you. When it's rolled up like this, obviously paddling isn't an issue, and we're going to have him get in and paddle it in just a little bit, so you can see that as well. But obviously it's not an issue for paddling. The only thing we're a little concerned about is it going to be comfortable without the seat out?
We have the back part of the blind all rolled up. We're going to leave that rolled up because of the hood. If you don't have the hood, you can roll this clear back over the end. Okay, so now while I'm paddling, I roll this up and put it in like this. But now that I'm ready to hunt, you just have these little clips.
And so you've got these clips.
One of those little clips like on your waders. I don't know what you call them.
And that's what secures rolling up the side.
Yep.
Okay. So anytime you're paddling, you're just going to pull those up.
Yeah, and then you've got them on both sides, so you can see some of the blind is going to touch the water. The material doesn't seem to be too absorbent, but we're going to find that out when we hunt with it, I guess. So hopefully it doesn't.
Let me get in and help. Oh, you got it. And we are going to put raffia grass on the nose and all over it, but just in pieces. And then when we get out to the hunt, we're going to use natural vegetation to complete the brushing. So we're going to brush about probably 40 to 50% of it with raffia, and then the rest 40 to 50% will be done when we're actually using it. So that's what it looks like. Now we're going to roll this thing back up, and we're going to have Carl get in, and we're going to test out the paddling, because we've had these questions about whether it's with the blind on, whether it still paddles well. So we're gonna roll it back up, and then we're gonna test out the paddling. We had to talk about him staging, falling in, and we made a mission statement a long time ago. We weren't gonna stage anything. I gotta say, this one's tempting.
It's not like I haven't fallen in before in my other boats.
But we have made a pact that we're never gonna stage anything, so dang it, I wanna see you fall in.
It would be,
if you don't fall in, we'll still not stage it. So
I could really put on a show.
if he does fall in, it's not staged.
That's right.
And I'm completely rooting that you're gonna fall in. Like, I'm actively hoping.
All right, where's the paddle?
I may or may not have prayed that you're gonna fall in. So is that comfortable like that?
So far.
Now I think the question people have is about these doors, whether those doors impede the rowing of it.
Well, we're just about ready to find that out.
Can you close is it able to close the doors at all? If you need to? Yeah.
The sides,
Yeah.
just to hang down, are rolled up and held in place, so if you're rowing,
So with it on your lap, I mean, you can paddle with no problem at all.
Yeah.
My only concern is how you're kind of laying back a little bit.
yeah.
As you guys can see, this blind has already thought of everything as far as being able to paddle. I mean, it barely even looks like there's a blind on there. This is where he's going to tip, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it's going to happen. If he's going to tip, this is it right here. Come on. Do it. Tip. Tip. Ooh. Do it. Come on. Roll that baby. Dang it. How's that?
That's good, except my old knees hurt.
Yeah. And do those, when the doors are out like that, do they give you problems?
No, not really.
Can you stand up in it?
Well, let's see.
Let's see if you can stand up. Let's see how.
Remember, this is the acid test. Because I'm an old guy.
Fall. Just fall, fall. Not something you want to do a lot of.
No, my big horse boat was better.
But still fairly stable.
Yeah.
So as we were sitting here talking, I think that we've come up with a little way for the paddling that's going to be a little more comfortable. You want to show them what we're going to do with that?
This is the board we use to lay out on our marsh boat. And if you made this board a little longer with 2x2s underneath, you can actually kind of sit on it. What you do is you just lift it up like that, hook it over the gunnel, and then bring the other side over here and hook it under.
And then you sit on it, you put your knees underneath it.
Put your knees on the floor.
Yeah.
And then just sort of sit back on this.
So there you have the H12 Ascend Kayak, a little closer in-depth look on it with the redhead blind attachment. The attachment certainly does not impede paddling. Put down in the comments, do you have a layout boat? Do you have a boat? What your thoughts are on this kayak, what your thoughts are on layout boats. Would love to hear from you guys. So, dang it, I wish Fumbles had fallen in, but there's always next time.
I tried.
I'll see you.